Let's start this talk with a few things and myths about contemporary dance in India. We cannot pick up our legs, point it and say it's contemporary. It's a process. You have to go through that whole process of training and understanding, which I still am going to try with all of y'all. We have 15 minutes, so I want everybody to just quickly participate in whatever I ask you to do. Right hand, let's start with the right hand. Can we just follow? Can I have the right hand? And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, you drop down, 6, to the side, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, you go 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I just see that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With the left, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I just see that? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've studied in Germany, ma'am. What to do? So let's combine both the sides, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 6, 7, and 3, 2. So you basically keep exploring possibilities of what your body can do. You see a few of my dancers here, and it's basically this whole process of really communicating through a body and finding in different compositions, permutations, combinations to really create our work. So I always say that I don't do a Bollywood class, and it's a survival issue in Bombay and Pune, because when you run a dance class, then you have to see the whole history again of what you do. And you start all over again every day, every day, every day, every day. And it sort of becomes tiring. So like any other individual, I had to walk. I kept walking, I kept walking, I kept walking. Can I have the video? And, you know, as a child, I was really excited to be in this space. I loved theater. I loved the idea of being backstage, not in the front. I was too scared. But I would get high on just picking up tables, making the props, getting the whole set ready, making sure that the dark thing is there and the heroine gets the chair and stuff. That's how the whole journey started. I started off as Kathak, as a Kathak dancer with Rohini Bhate. That's me walking. And you keep walking and you keep walking and you keep walking and you keep walking. And then, you know, you suddenly realize that you're a child and you start sort of playing and you know, this is sort of me in the womb, and you start sort of getting all these impressions of what you're going to do. When you grow up as a child and you sort of want to do things that you believe in are right, and you shout and you play and you do all sorts of things. You start singing, you start getting in props in your life, which are your toys. You start handling them more carefully. And then comes the whole point of the adulthood where you start exploring things, you start keeping secrets, you don't share anymore because you cannot trust. And then comes the whole itinerary world of colors that says this is right, this is wrong. You start getting impressions of what you can do with your life and what you can't. And then you have the whole prospective circle of your family, friends, lovers, non-lovers, neighbors, parents, neighbors, fathers, colleagues telling you what to do in life. And you sort of lose the whole idea, and it's a vicious circle. And you sort of want to get back to what you believed in was right, which was your childhood. Because that's what it is all about. It's about what you believe in was right. We move on to, when I came back to India, it was funny because in 2007, I got only one student who was my neighbor's daughter from New York. And she wanted to reduce weight because I was not getting any students for contemporary dance. You know? So I said, whatever, just come, just come. So that happened for about 8 months. So I had only one student and she kept asking me, sir, weight. So I said, you know, Caroline, just send her, I'll take care of it. She did not lose weight, of course, but I had one student to work with. I started exploring other avenues and I said, oh, now let's look at the requirement of or where I can have people who would say no, you know, just come and teach because the surplus of people who can teach. So this NGO, Eklavya Nyasa, which basically is a Pune-based red light area thing, started coming to me and said, you know, there's a project that we'd like you to do. And of course, these kids were, you know, mentally stressed, physically abused, whatever. And I studied psychology. So I said, lovely. And they said they'll give me about 16 students. And I said, you know, it's a choreographer and a teacher's dream to have a bunch of people to experiment with. We started working with them. Can I have the video? And this is basically what we did with all these students in terms of 2 years, and they've been performing extensively with us. She's the girl who will be starting to teach with us from this year now, following February. We'll be making a living out of dancing. These are the kids that I'm training right now. This is the new batch. This is where the actual classes happen. So we try not to get them out of their comfort zones. These are people who have no awareness of contemporary dance whatsoever. So Bach and all these other musicians are quite alien to them. So that's what the challenge is about. So there was this very important statement that she made, which said that of course I'm going to learn, but I'll make sure that I would like to teach others as well, where the whole impact of the program was quite clear to all of us after 2.5 years. We moved on to other projects then. By that time I already had students, I had a company going on, we did a lot of workshops. That's my studio in Pune. It's quite a lot of physical dance theatre that we do. So the idea of really being in control of your body and really training yourself to what's being expected on stage, to educate them in terms of an academic syllabus, to the performances and explorations that we do with other schools and universities abroad. And then this was something that happened at Nashrani for the opening of the Ahmedabad Literature Festival, which was site-specific, where we danced all across this given space. This was at the British Council Library, which was again site-specific. At the Kalapura Festival, with collaboration with the percussionists. And then this, which is and I thought, oh, and I think there's a point in every dancer's life, I feel, or probably mine, where I was just getting bored of traveling and living out of my suitcase. And I said, oh, this is not exciting, because I was also teaching these kids and I already had a company, and I said, oh, I'm traveling and nothing is very exciting in my life. So I said, oh, let's look at the possibilities of cognitive movement disorders, because I'd already read about the Mark Morse Dance Company in New Jersey. And we started this project called, these are people who are post-50 at the Pune Center. This is my school. If you can have a little volume. The dedication of the teachers is giving a new lease of life to all the patients. आनंदी आणि उत्साही वाटतंय. त्यामुळे पडायला मी घाबरत असे, आता घाबरत नाही. So, for people who don't know what Parkinson's disorder is, it's a movement disorder which causes tremors, the shakiness, the freezing of the body, which basically is where your body doesn't move. The idea of a stone face, where it's an expressionless face. This is Mr. Karnataka, who is the president of the Parkinson Association.
तर त्यांना नक्कीच त्याचा फायदा होईल अशी माझी एक भावना झाली. तर तो जो कार्यक्रम होता, त्यांची छोटी फिल्म दाखवली होती, त्या फिल्मचा उद्देशही तोच होता, वाय डान्स फॉर पार्किन्सन. संजीवनी हॉस्पिटलचे सहकार्याने त्यांनी एक 4-5 लोकांवर प्रायोगिक रीतीने त्यांचे डान्स क्लास सुरू केले. आणि त्या लोकांचं 1.5-2 महिने क्लास घेतल्यावर आम्हाला असं आढळलं की या लोकांची खूप सुधारणा आहे.
It took us about 8 months to convince doctors. Thank you. the logistics that we use in India are quite limited, and alternative therapy is not a very exposed sort of criteria for people here. So it was one of the things I'd like the younger generation to really look into as a career option. The other thing that we're doing next year starting is dance and education program, which basically is for school kids to really get them into disciplining the art forms, the creative powers. This is one of the schools that we are dealing with right now, which is very non-Bollywood. There's an entire curriculum, academic curriculum for 1 year, so we do not go there just to prepare them for an annual show. That's not something that we opt for. So this is something that they're doing for the CM now. Next week, they're performing for him. And the idea is, of course, to channelize their creative powers. So they really read a lot, they explore possibilities of movement, vocabulary, physical training, of course, is a part of it. And the idea of being confident of sharing each other's work and really being respectful in the community that they are a part of. Something that breaks their comfort zone, because I create modules of dance theatre. So you really can't pinpoint saying it's theatre or it's dance, because that's what inspired me to go to Germany and sort of get into dance theatre after seeing Pina Bausch and Mary Wigman and all these bigger names. The last thing is, I always feel dancing is all about celebration, and because of limited venues in Maharashtra for contemporary work, I started the Prayatna Film and Dance Festival, which basically is a celebration of dance on the International Day of Dance on the 29th of April. We collaborate with a lot of artists are flown in terms of discussing what contemporary work looks like, and we have the lady please. So this is what we did this year. We had Asta, Devu and Uma Jogra from Bombay, and Asaji came in. The idea is basically to get all dance forms under one roof.
Every night I think that I'm in such a blessed profession that it gives me this opportunity to be with such fantastic, phenomenal people that I wouldn't have dreamt of being anything else but a performer right now, or a choreographer.
So, just a small message actually. I was a dreamer. I came from a small town. My parents still speak Marathi, which is the local language, and I dreamt big. So when I first sat in an aeroplane to go to Germany, my parents didn't know where the hell this kid was doing, but they were very proud that he's going to sit in the plane and he's going to go overseas. So they would have, you know, the whole family thing where you say that, oh, where's your son? He's not here in India, he's in Germany. And I dreamt, and I really, really dreamt. And I'm sure there are a lot of dreamers here. We all are dreamers, and you know, you have to sort of pull up your socks every day and really dream. Thank you so much for the